first podcast, our pilot episode. Hi guys. So we're in the closet.
That's the
I'm
name of the
Hamida.
podcast. That's the name of the podcast.
Yes,
The podcast is
that's
in
the
the
name
closet.
of our podcast.
The studio is.
The studio is Monster Closet.
Nope.
Or
Closet Monster.
It's our studio. 2 people named it. I made a logo for it. You're making shirts and you can't remember the name.
Okay, let me redo that one. Hi, we're
I'm keeping it.
we're
I'm not
in the
cutting that.
closet.
Is
Our
this like the
city-
official recording or
Yes.
is this
Yes.
like just a
Yes.
rehearsal?
This is
Oh
the
my
official
gosh.
Episode. People need to be honest.
This is gonna be so chaotic. The people are gonna love this. Oh my
Love
Okay.
this. No, baby, no.
god. Do you guys want me to introduce you guys? Because
I'll do
like
it. I'll do it.
clearly
Justin, you're the ghost that speaks sometimes. Okay, go spook someone or something.
Okay, bye.
Okay, this is the pilot episode of the In the Closet podcast for Closet Monsters Studio to chart the progress of our VFX short as well as to just talk in general because both members of the studio are socially inept and need to practice how to talk out loud instead of to walls or to themselves.
Yes. So, me and Shabani are classmates, and we're working on a project, like a VFX film called Sticks and Bones.
You remember the
Just-
name? You remember the
Yes,
name?
yes, I remember. Okay, so Justin is our classmate, but he's in another team. Justin, would you like to introduce yourself? He is a special.
Hello one and all.
yeah.
Welcome to the podcast today.
Why are you speaking like you're on NPR?
He reminds me of a flight attendant.
Yes, okay. Passengers, please remain seated. Okay, hi, I'm Justin. I'm in the team Cerulean Pictures. You're gonna hear more about it later. It's a very, very, it consists of like very, very talented people, and I'm very excited to share more about it with you all. In terms of what our project is about, it is about a CCTV application that brings
Bro, we didn't
stuff.
even go into what ours is.
Oh,
Yours
okay,
next
fine.
week.
Then I'll
It's
then I'll
ours
stop
is-
talking about it then. Okay, sorry. Okay,
Oh
fine.
my god. What the...
This
just
is
started.
going really well. This is going really well.
We just started. You're hijacking it already.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying stuff to like promote my brand, you know?
I
Like
can kick
we
you
all
out of
have
this.
to.
I made this meat. I can kick you out.
Okay, but I'm sorry. Sorry. Fine. Oops.
Hamida, do you remember what our movie's about?
Yes.
Wow,
so
nice. You're not even
we're-
prepared.
Our film is
Fair enough.
it's a VFX film, and our story is about a witch who tries to resurrect her dead dog, but instead of the dog coming up to life in like flesh form, it comes as like a skeleton form. That's how the story goes. Yeah.
That's how it goes. You know how your everyday resurrections come up.
So
skeleton.
far, I think we have our pitch presentation last week, right?
Week 2. So right now we're in week 3. We just had our first.
It was
movie
just a
class.
week ago, like
Yeah.
a few days ago. It was on Saturday. Like,
Yeah, it was on
Yeah,
Saturday.
yeah.
It wasn't even a week
On
ago
Saturday.
yet.
I just remember. Feels like so long to me. I don't know why.
I know.
I feel like that's because we've been working only on the mock shoot. Like we have developed like the concept, characters, and all that. Right now we're just working, creating the mock shoot to see what the final film would look like.
Yes.
So far, the feedback we've gotten was like, our story is good, it works, and
Yes.
pretty much like
yeah.
we've been given like the go ahead with like most of the production, so we're just getting our model sheets done, and the mock shoot has to be redone, and that's all on me. I have been lacking horribly. Depression. And my sister.
So for me, I just been like helping with the mock shoot because I'm gonna start like modeling our characters once I get the model sheet from Shibani. So right now, like we're still relying on each other until we start animating. That's
Oh,
when
and-
we
And also we are I think we're like the only team where all the members are like we're working from home, we're kind of staying in quarantine.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why like it's it's not being like super tight. Like we're being like fast, but at the same time we're slow.
Understandable.
I mean, working from home, from my experience, does give me more time because I live very far away. If I were to go to the campus, I would travel a lot. It will take me like 3 hours to go, and to go home also requires me 3 hours. And it's so exhausting because I take all different types of like transport just to get there. So for me, working from home actually gives me more time than if
Yeah,
I were to go to the campus.
yeah, same. It's just the because for our mock shoot that we decided that like we're gonna use my sister, and like I thought, oh, this would be easy. She lives here. She's 24/7 available. She's not 24/7 available. She has an actual job, and because of
Unlike
that,
some of us.
and she makes so much money, dude. She makes so much money. It's insane. She is saving to go to this podcast is now only about my sister. She's saving to like go to business school. So like she's like she wants some more money because she wants to go to business school to get a better job to get more money, and I'm just like, where do you get that ambition?
Wait, wouldn't like her work experience would like give more job rather than like going to
No.
school again? No?
Because the sort of world she's in, like the school has it's
Yeah.
not like ours. It's like where we need the portfolio needs to look good and then you
Yeah.
can get a job.
Yeah.
For them, like the
Right.
school has so much of prestige before
Yeah.
anything
Right.
else. So like
For
she
them,
wants to go
it's
to
like a certificate matters more, for sure. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I went through this type of school. You should like hire me. And they're like, oh, you went here? Wow, okay, good. We're hiring you.
yeah, basically.
Yeah. So that's our project.
Oh, and
Yes.
we almost forgot to mention the story is inspired by my own dead dog.
Oh,
She's dead. She died this year.
I keep telling Shivani on how they shouldn't bring this up so casually. It just like startle me every time, but they just keep going at it. So
Yeah.
it,
I
We don't
keep
mean to make you sad
yeah,
by
what
I
they
keep
say
sharing
is
the
giving the
news
true.
detail.
of like Shabani's dead dog, but it
Yeah.
happened. Rest in peace. But
You
yes,
don't even know
rest in
her
peace.
name.
I do. Isn't it Scoob? Scooby.
What? Scooby Doo?
Or wait, was that another person? Never mind. Oops.
Scooby Doo is a cartoon dog.
Wait, what's the name of your dog then? I forgot.
You think my dog's name is Scooby? Do you know Scooby Doo is a cartoon dog?
Yeah, I do. I just thought that your dog's name was Scooby.
Why?
I don't know. It felt like it.
When?
I don't know. I think it's because I picked it up from your username. Oh my god. Should I have shared that information? Never mind. That account doesn't exist. That account doesn't exist.
If
Don't
you
search it
hear
up.
that, no, you didn't.
Yeah, no, you didn't. I'm just a ghost. I'm not real. Whatever information I give you guys is false. It's not. It's not authentic.
Yeah,
So-
definitely don't look it up.
Yeah, definitely don't search it up. It's definitely not something that's
If you
real.
type it, you'll definitely find nothing.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. What a mess. What a mess this podcast.
Yeah.
My name is Dash. My dog's name was.
All right. Why'd you give your dog the name
Wait,
of
let
that
me
superhero
guess.
character from The
Is it
Incredibles?
from Sonic?
Are you talking
No,
about Tails?
Oh yeah,
His
Tails.
name is Dash.
I thought it was Dash from The Incredibles, like the little brother, like the
No.
like the fast character.
I named her. Do you know the Animal Arc books?
What?
Animal Arc.
No.
Okay,
No,
so
what
they
is
were
that?
they were like a series of books about like basically this it's like children's books, but it's all like at a veterinarian, and these like I wanted to be a child vet like I wanted to be a vet really really bad when I was a kid, But then because of these books, I didn't, because in the books the animals died, and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, the animals can die. I don't want to be a vet. But in one
Yeah.
book, there are like two twin horses, and this book made me cry. It made me so sad. And the twins are called Dash and Dot. Dash is like super healthy and can run around really easy. And then Dot is like the twin sister, their horses, twin foal, and she's like super sick. And the whole story is about like how the horses are like really close, and the brother really wants the sister to live, but then the sister dies anyway. But the horse like still runs for her or something. And I thought my dog was a boy first time I saw her, so I named her Dash. After that story specifically.
Dash is very gender neutral to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think Dash should be a gender neutral name because, like, in my head, I feel like it's more lenient towards like the boys, but like I think it
That's just
fits
incredible.
like for like it fits like it sounds really cute. So Dash for women, equal rights.
Wow, you're such a feminist. Oh my god. You're so
Thank you.
progressive.
You know,
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you.
From a
Thank
woman. But basically, for me, I thought it was inspired by Sonic characters, but then you told me that it's not. Dash is, what's his name again?
Tails.
Tails.
Tails. It's so embarrassing because one time in a Discord call, I mistaken Kirby as Jigglypuff,
People
and I was
always do
super
that.
confident about it.
It kind of makes sense though, because they both have almost.
Don't say that. Stop. They look nothing alike. Just because they're both round and pink does not make them the same thing.
Okay, anyways, moving on. Basically, this whole podcast idea just started today within the same day as like we're recording it. Shivani was the one who came up with it, and
Technically,
we
it's not
thought
the same
it would
day
be really
anymore.
cool.
Do you know, should I mention why I like pitched it?
Why?
Because I was listening to Martin
yes.
Starr podcast.
Yes.
And I was like,
Well, you'll
I need to talk
understand.
about Martin Starr. So
Yeah.
I want a podcast. That's it.
Basically, you'll understand the whole Martin Starr thing later because it has its own special time for it. just for Shibani. But basically, we just started this whole idea of the podcast the same day, and we hope to get your support. We hope this goes well because we are actually pretty excited to be talking to like the other teammates as well about their project and how the trimester is gonna go. It'd be really fun.
Because usually, like, none of the teams communicate because we all secretly hate each other. There's like this weird competitiveness. I'm joking, but like, I mean, like, it could be real too. Like, we don't usually, if you don't know someone, we don't usually talk to them. So, like, this is like a fun way to, like, Justin, stop.
Basically,
Why are you doing a TikTok dance?
I don't know. But like I can't relate because everybody knows me in class. It's
Justin is
Shibani.
the most social one. The reason
Yeah.
why we have Justin as occasional seasonal seasonal host because he's very social, unlike us. We're
Thank you.
not social at all.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. It'd be really nice, like Shibani said, it'd be really nice for us to communicate with our like classmates and all on their project because we're very introverted. We don't talk too much, even in classes. So this is something new for us. We hope this works.
And Justin is basically our coach to make sure that, oh my god, no, you guys need to stop talking about, you know, your weird anime fan fiction on the side and weird R18
That's
stuff.
not true. If anything, I'll encourage it more. People are gonna want to hear it. You know, it's the thing is that you guys think too much over what you think people might not want to hear.
Justin,
but like people will hear everything.
Justin, I keep telling Hamida about how my dog slowly went brain dead. I don't think people want to hear that.
I mean, to each their own. I would want to hear that. So
Yeah, no, I can confirm I don't.
Yeah. it's other people's problems if they don't want to hear it. It's
Love
Hamida's
it.
problem if she doesn't want to hear it, but I want to hear it. I think it's gut wrenching. I think it's gut wrenching. I think it's dramatic. I think it brings people to tears, and that's what we're here for. You know, bring
That's
people.
my real life. That's how she
Yeah.
died.
Yeah, I
Legitimately.
mean, I'm talking about it like it's a marketing project. We're here to make the people emotional. That's all.
It's here for the emotional beats of it.
Oh my gosh. But yes.
shall we answer some question that we have? Like we
Already?
posted something on our Insta story. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean
we
we could
only have
start.
2 questions.
Hey, don't expose us like that.
Justin, I told you to make. Justin, what is the point of you knowing everyone if you can't get them to like hype us up and fake marketing promotion?
Okay, it's not my fault. Okay, I didn't know we were gonna do this tonight.
Justin is
Okay.
like, it's not my fault you're lame.
It's not my fault.
Okay,
You're
if you guys told me that if you guys told me we were doing this tonight, I would have had people pitch in questions. But like since this is like so abrupt, and I woke and like I was sleeping.
It is.
Okay, it's not my fault. Okay, so
I will admit it is. It is out of nowhere. It's just out of the blue, but we
yeah.
are very excited.
We're not gonna have the video cam, so like people can't see you like miming a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I
Justin
know.
is like
He's
He's
very
being Justin.
expressive with his hands, and he really likes to use them and keep them in frame in the camera for some reason. Like as
Yeah.
if he's like constantly like taking a TikTok POV video.
Yes,
Right?
that's like the closest thing that we can explain
That's how you're supposed to live life. Like you're a TikTok star, you know. It's like the false confidence that we need to get up in the world.
True.
Okay, let's get on to our question. So,
Two
the first question we got is how do y'all come up with the name? Were there other options? Hey, 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 hey. Wardrobe Coolians. That's actually a pretty cool name. We might steal that.
I like calling like people. Can we call it people who watch this wardrobe hooligans?
Oh,
Ghoulians.
yeah, that's perfect. That sounds like such a good fan base name, you know?
Oh
Like
my god, we have
hello.
Oh
fans.
yeah, our fan
Hello,
could
my
be Ghoulians.
gooligans, yeah.
Fans.
My gooligans and my ghouls.
So Shivani, do you wanna talk about how we got the name?
I think I don't remember why we started with closet, but like I know like we wanted to do something. I wanted to do something monstery, and then
I
closet
wanted
happened
to,
somehow. What did you
yeah,
want?
cause the first idea we have our name, like our studio name, was In the Closet. We didn't use that, but Shivani wanted something with monster because we are doing a spooky kind of like witchy story. So that's how we just clashed it together and became
Yeah,
Closet
closet
Monster.
monsters.
And
Like
finally, the In the Closet, which is the name that we always wanted to use,
it's
is
the
finally being used.
podcast.
It's the podcast. That's how the podcast is born.
The closet monsters. We actually like. I wanted like something way longer. I wanted like monsters in the closet, or don't look in the closet, or don't go in the closet.
Yeah.
Like way longer. And you were like, that is too long. No one's gonna read that. I'm like, it's two letter words. It's not that long. But yeah, you kind of had a point. I mean, there are people like Justin who can't read more than like 2 words without thinking, oh my god, this is so
Yeah.
tiring.
I know. That's why I suggested the name for the podcast, which is Ink, because it's short for In the Closet, and like it's also like referencing Monsters Incorporated, so
The
it makes
classic,
sense, you know.
legendary
So
classic.
Ink. So you know, it's not 2 words long, which would tire my brain out. So thank God for that. You know.
Three.
You have
Three.
a brain?
Three.
Yeah, I have a brain.
He has that one
Sadly.
small. He has that one small pea bin like just rattling in there.
It's just, yeah, it's like if you get like what do you call those things? The samba, and like you hear like all those rally
The
stuff.
maracas.
It's the maracas. Yeah, samba. Sorry, the maracas. But basically, instead of it being filled with all those like those pebbly sounds. It's just one, and you can just like hear it rattling. You know,
That
it's
is
like
not
that.
what it sounds like. Bloop, 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 bloop. That's what
Yeah, but I'm just trying to
video
help people
games
visualize.
bloop, 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 bloop.
Yeah,
Bloop, 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 bloop is the sound of your one brain cell melting.
I know. No, it's the sound of like. Yeah, you know
I'm
what?
going to cut this
You're right.
anyways. Okay. That's how we can just like get over stuff like we don't know how to keep going. Just like, gotta cut it. Keep going. Just cut it. Just cut it.
I think the second question is kind of exciting to answer because it's just 2 words. So the question is, favorite uncle.
And the question is from who?
It's from
Someone
Luch. Yeah.
LOCH underscore.
That's not
So,
me.
but that was the question. They didn't specify whether we should like tell like real life uncle or a fictional uncle.
Okay, I want to ask you about this. What fictional uncles do you know?
I was gonna say there's this
Mine
uncle
is-
from Hannah Montana.
Who?
My favorite uncle is Grunkle Stan from Gravity Falls.
Okay,
so
I can accept that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that mine too.
if
Yeah,
somebody
I-
says Uncle Ben,
Ew.
you're a
Ew.
straight person.
He
You're a straight
died.
person.
He died in like 10 minutes and he's like, great power, great responsibility. Oh, he's dead in like a cashier robbery. Oh, wow. So amazing. Just an old guy who died.
For me, is Uncle Earl from Hannah Montana.
Wait, okay, no, that name does
Oh,
sound
Uncle
familiar.
Earl. Okay, yeah, that's cute.
I need to see him because the name, now that you mentioned the name, he sounds familiar. Oh, this dude. Oh my god.
But Justin made a really good character choice because that also is like a favorite. Yeah.
Grunkle Stan could get it.
But how many
Okay.
uncles do you all have? Because like from my dad's side, he's Arab.
Do
so-
you want to argue with that, Justin? Do you not believe it?
I like the twin brother better.
I sent for Guilfoyle, so like it makes sense. Why I would go for
It makes
Grunkle
sense.
Stan, not the twin.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm just saying, the twin just looks a little bit.
Cleaner, like he showers.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
the fact that he's from another dimension too, like, does he even shower? Who knows? But he looks clean cut, you know. So we're cutting this out.
I like that. I like that.
We have to cut this out.
I like them to have like that like old cheese. Okay, never mind. Okay, keep going. What were you saying?
I was like,
uncles?
okay, if it's real life, like how many uncles do you got? Like which one's your favorite?
In real life,
Yeah.
I come from a Filipino and Chinese family. The Chinese side, not many uncles, just one. From the Filipino side, too many to count. My favorite uncle is probably none of them because they're not in my life. So that answers the question. I mean, there's some favorite uncles. I mean, I could say which one I tolerate, but it's not that I like all of them greatly, you know. I wouldn't say favorite. That's too much of a big word for me. My one brain cell brain can't handle using favorite for an uncle because it's such a big word.
Would you like us to shorten the word into like a smaller synonym? Like
Yeah, let's just say
best uncle.
fave. Yeah, my fave uncle.
Who's your fave uncle? Like who's your fave uncle, Justin? Like who? Like oh my god, pick someone. Who's your fave?
None of them are worth mentioning.
Oh my god, Justin. So savage.
I know, thesis. I know.
Oh my god, you look so savage. I hope they
Are
don't
you
hear
guys-
this.
Are you guys more like a family person or like? I'm definitely not, but I will try to be when I need to be. But if I have the choice, I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be that much.
I'm definitely more of a family person in general.
Mhm.
I feel like just because me and my mom and my dad are such like a small family, it's just
Oh
us
yeah.
three. So I feel like I grew up in that environment where I care more for my family, like their first priority for sure. But
Mhm.
I feel like there are some obligations you have to do when you're tied with family. And like my parents always say, don't worry, we're not tying you down for to do anything. You're not obligated to like help us later. You're on your own when you're out of this country, you're gonna work abroad, whatever. But like, I just feel like it's only necessary to help your parents because they got me this far. I feel like
Yeah.
it's not that I'm repaying them. It's more like I just want to do this just because I feel like I want to. I
When
don't know if you guys feel the same way, but provide input. My,
for me,
my,
it's
sorry.
more like I'm not a family person because I don't like communicate with my relatives a lot. I don't, communicate with them every day. But definitely with my parents, I'm close and definitely care so much about them. It's just when it comes to relatives that I'm not like very close with.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not like super close. Like in terms of my family themselves, like I didn't meet like my father's side till I was like for a while. Like I only met them once when I was really young. Then again, like years and years later, because like he's estranged for some reason, like in self
Mhm.
exile. Like they talk to him and they meet him, but like we don't go to Bengal for some reason. And then my mother's side, like I've like grown to know like my maternal like grandparents like way more, and like my uncle on that side like way more. Like I know that side, but like it's sort of like just it's familiar, but like I don't think I'm a family person. Like I even like with my actual family, like I think like I'm close-ish with my sister, but like in our own way, which is like
Yeah.
we all like have like a distance, but like when we're like slightly close, it's very rare. So
Yeah.
even like we live in the same house, but like even that is like I don't hug them. I don't hug anyone in my family. I
Oh
used
my
to hug
god.
my
Oh yeah.
I used to hug my dog, and then she died. So like learn from that.
I'm so happy before this whole social distancing thing. I managed to get a hug from Shibani because Shibani doesn't like let people hug them. And it's not
Yeah.
that I want to push, like of course if you're not comfortable, I won't. But it's really funny on how like I just got the chance just right before the whole social
Yeah.
distancing thing.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, like, with people I like, I am, like, really, like, I feel, like, very emotionally close, but then physically, there'll still be that gap. Like, I
Mhm.
remember, like, that's what I feel really bad for, like, people, because, like, I think, did I tell you that, like, at Comic Con, I went with Hamida, and Fahad was there, and, like, because I only like met him like once or twice before, and he like tried to hug me, and like I'm like he's just like a social person, but like I like
He is,
ducked,
yeah.
I like ducked away like this, and I'm like, oh no, and he's like, oh, and I'm like, oh god, do you have a pen?
Yeah.
No, bye.
It's okay. Yeah, I understand. Fahad is a very social person, which is, yeah, it's true. And like he's very
Oh wait,
affectionate
for
physically.
context,
So like he loves giving people hugs. Yeah, so
For
it's
context,
understandable.
Fahad is like a senior that Justin is very close friends with, and I've met like
Yes.
twice, and we probably need help from him this trimester because we're doing a four-legged animal. None of us have done them before. Justin,
Yes.
please get in contact with him. We need him.
Fahad,
Right,
if you're
yeah.
listening, please help.
Fahad,
Yes.
Fahad, call this number. It's gonna be on screen. It's
Yeah, don't
okay.
worry. I'll make sure Fahad contacts you both very soon. I'll handle it because I have the contacts and the connections. So
Gosh, to be Justin.
he's following our studio account. Like he saw a story.
did he not send a question?
Make him send a question. Message him now. Make him send a question. Oh my god, he's doing it. He's doing the power of Justin.
Okay, we got
That
another
is
question, but it's
unacceptable.
literally from Justin.
Yeah.
Justin, he wrote a question. Favorite film from Studio 2? I know my answer. As much as I am proud of my film from Studio 2, I had so much fun working in it. It's gonna be Justin's and Shivani's film.
Wow, Justin,
You
you
know,
totally.
everybody says it's their favorite, but it didn't win with best project. So, I just wanted to say, I just wanted to say
Justin.
that, I just wanted to say that our project was very eligible to win. I don't know why Solum and all those other films won.
What do you mean other
Ours had
films?
the best story direction. I don't know why it wasn't considered at least a nomination. Like it could, like it's such a sad sight to see. But
We
congrats to
don't have
Solum, I
nominations.
guess.
If you're hearing this, this is truly a joke. It's not.
We don't even have nominations.
I mean, they should. They should.
It's 3 project. I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like 3 projects, and like the nominees are the entire studio units project. There's like 2 of them.
No, but how does the voting go? That's what I'm curious about. Because wouldn't it be cool if like students be allowed to vote? Because I would definitely have voted for your film.
Thank you.
Not
We
saying that I'm
know.
not proud of like my team's work. I'm really proud of my team. If you're
Listen to this and be
listening,
so mad.
thank you so much for working with me. It's been really fun. I was like super happy.
But she doesn't care
But-
about you anymore. She's with me now.
No, it's just like
Heck you.
I've seen the struggles that Justin's and Shibani teams went through, and like it really shows in the work. So it's
It shows
just-
how he struggles in the work. It shows how
No,
much he
it's just-
struggles.
you work hard for it, and I could see like you managed to do it. That whole
Yeah.
animation was done in 2 weeks, guys, by
Yeah.
yours truly, Shibani.
And like
Yeah.
5 mental breakdowns.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
only
I
took
was-
them
I did
5 mental
something too,
breakdowns.
okay? I did some animation too. I took
Dude,
over
no, it's literally
some.
the only way I was able to like even work for those 2 weeks is like because Justin, like I would have a breakdown every few days, and Justin was in the back like making sure all the technical stuff is still working. He's like, the textures are missing here, okay, I'll go get them. This model, the rig is broken, okay, I'll fix it. Like he was like doing so much that I could like, if I had to do it, I could not do it. Like I am so bad at modeling, I could not do it without him. If he wasn't there in that team, I would be dead or at least in a coma, self-induced by now.
Yeah. See, I'm important too, guys.
Always
Yes,
important.
Justin, the most important.
But thank you, yeah. I feel like it's vice versa. If I didn't have Shibani, I think this whole project would have just gone down in flames and like burned the whole team. Thank God I had them. And like, I would say though that out of all of us, I think the group that suffered the most was Solom's project, like those team,
Yeah.
because they had an extension as well. And I feel like I should bring this up as well because I don't want to discredit them or anything. But
Yeah, when he was talking
They-
about like they should have won,
yeah,
it was like a full joke.
yeah,
He was really
yeah,
kidding. It
yeah,
was
we
a
were
really good
joking.
film.
It was
They
very
really deserved
deserving,
it.
and they worked so hard, and like they faced so many problems. And I feel like to anyone who's listening, especially students who are like
Shh, we're
in
not
the early
mentioning the uni. We're not
trimesters,
mentioning the uni. We're not mentioning the name of the uni.
we can just cut that out. Okay,
I'll
to the
bleep it.
students, to the students who are, in the earlier batches, just know that there's going to be a lot more to face later on in the following um, semesters. So just keep a lookout for that because it's important to always be at the tip of your toes because you never know what could go wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the best advice we could give in terms of what all our groups went through.
Yeah.
Like in that certain unit because it was very trauma inducing. It was really stressful, and I feel like right now we're experiencing some
Good.
form of burnout, but we're still working, which is good. But I feel like I can feel myself slowly fading away from all the stress and trauma that I went through last trimester.
Yeah.
We don't
But,
want to scare the juniors, but
yeah.
it is like that's
It's
like the
true, it's
truth.
valid.
It is stressful, but you can do it. Just I mean, if you take a look at Solem, their renders are very heavy. It looks completely amazing. So like
That's the
you
thing. No,
definitely
that's the thing. Like Solemn was like amazing, like super heavy on the renders, but like they had people who were capable of it.
Yes.
Mine and Justin's were like technically it was like the least proficient. Like we like
Yeah.
barely like made the
Yeah.
finish line
Yeah.
because the thing you need to understand is like you need to know your scope immediately, and we all knew.
Yeah.
Technically, we were probably like the collective weakest.
Yeah, we were the weakest group in that certain unit, and it's sad to say this, but it's true. We
Like you need to
I feel
accept it.
like
You need to
yeah,
understand your
yeah,
limits.
yeah, for
Okay,
sure. I
I'm
feel
not
like yeah,
for the people like don't understand, like Shivani and Justin were like in the same team, but for me, I was in a different team, but I didn't see you guys as weak. You were behind, but I didn't think it was like because of weakness. I feel like it was just the project itself. It's like kind of hard to achieve. I mean, you only had one animator, which was Shibani, you know. So
yeah,
it was, yeah, it was crazy, but we managed. That's a good
We
thing.
yeah. We
A
survived.
passed,
little
so yeah,
traumatized, but hey, we're here.
Yeah, some days like now like we have like a fairly good project. We're on a good roll, but because of the burnout of last trimester, I just have days where I can't do anything. So it pays off
yeah.
in the end. Which
That's
Shibani
exactly what's going
are
on with
in
me as well.
in
So
as Shibani said, we're in a suspiciously calming phase right now because
yeah.
from the trauma of last term, we feel like we should be in trouble. As in trouble, like I don't know why we're not suffering that much yet.
We're
We
like
are
yeah,
suffering.
paranoid.
and guys,
Yeah, we're just very
it's
paranoid.
only week 3, and last trimester, week 3 was such for especially for Shibani and
Horror.
I, it was such
Yeah,
a downhill drop for us because I feel like the first 5 weeks were the hardest on me and Shibani. Especially the last 5 weeks. I feel like the last
The
five
whole
weeks, the first five
trimester.
weeks. I
the
mean, the
whole
whole
trimester.
trimester. The whole trimester was hard, but I feel like the hardest parts were in the first and in the last
Yeah,
quarter.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the middle was manageable because we were working on our own stuff, but
Mm.
when we had to like finish things up, there was more stuff we found out that weren't finished. We had to like get stuff from our teammate that they didn't do. So just reminiscing on that, I just feel like if we had just known earlier, I feel like our
But
final
the
days would have been much more better. But it didn't. It wasn't because we didn't know. There was just a lot of
we
stuff
didn't
that went
know.
under our radar. Yeah, under our radar. So
Yeah, I think I was gonna say that like even like the like Solemn was like very very strong, and even Hamida's group was like they were like very strong. Like Hamida's group had like probably the best pace out of all of us, because like
yeah,
they got to production and rendering really quick, but even they had so many problems that
troubles.
they
Yeah,
never thought they
Yeah,
would run into. It
we had
gets so
trouble.
stressful.
Yeah, we had trouble like rendering. I think
Mhm.
my teammate Kaithan
yeah,
can understand this very much, even Brad. But basically, we struggled a lot once we got the render going because we thought like what we were expecting was like we're just gonna render and that's it, you know, post production done. But no, during the rendering process, things could go very very wrong. We
yeah.
had a lot of glitches, so every step that you make, you need to make sure they work properly. So always do a lot of testing. That's the most important part.
Yeah, there's only one team in the studio too this time though, so like they'll be fine.
Oh, they'll be fine. Especially now, since I think if it's just one team, they get a whole lot time with like their faculty more. So
Yeah,
you know,
Mm.
yeah,
they
that's so
wouldn't have to worry
understandable.
about
They want to
booking. Cause
fight.
yeah, cause last term we kind of have to fight on like what days we can have meeting
Yeah,
with
We're
our
because
already
yeah,
doing
faculty.
there's
that
so
now.
many
We're doing it
teams.
again
Yeah,
now.
Yeah,
we're
right
doing
now
it
we're
again.
doing it
Yeah,
again, but I think because since Studio 2 is only one team, the time is not taken too
yeah,
much.
that's good on them. But from what I'm hearing, it's sad because um, they've already worked together from previous trimesters,
Yeah, they
and
worked on
they
Yeah.
kind
scenarios.
of they kind of want to experience stuff with other people, with new people. It's just to scope, what they can do on their own instead of like working with the same people. So that's one of the cons. But I think a pro is definitely the time that they have. They have so much more time, especially with the 6 hour classes. Like there's gonna be so much more time for them to consult with the lecturer. So that's good on them.
Yeah. But yeah,
Did
that
you
was Studio 2.
trauma?
Yes.
Trauma. Actually,
Trauma
that's
center.
not just Studio 2. We actually have a lot more stories than that, but I think we're just focusing on one topic way too
For
much. So
now, yeah.
we can definitely talk about Studio 2 more once we have. Oh yeah, we'll be having like
Yes.
guests.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah, I want to hear about. I want to hear like we're gonna have next to next week someone that Hamida like did Studio 2 with the first time. I didn't do it with them. I want to hear their horror stories.
Oh, we weren't like on the same team, but
Yeah,
we
but
were
like
in the
same batch.
previous.
In the same
Yeah, same
batch, yeah.
batch. So basically, I feel. Should I even go there?
Yeah, you
It's
should.
too
I
Trauma.
feel like it's good.
but
I feel like
it's
it's
just
good to
too
give
much
Be
provide
trauma.
awkward.
context.
But yeah, I failed Studio 2 the first time, and it was just too much trauma for me to like talk about this in the podcast.
Yeah, you don't have to talk
It's
about it,
gonna
but
be like 3 hour trauma, like just talking,
it's
but
okay.
yeah. But yeah, we were in that batch together basically. The next one, when I was with Shivani and Justin, they were not there. They were doing, I think, CIU or some other classes.
We were doing Studio One. We were doing a games project at the time.
Oh, yeah. No, but them, like, the guests, the future guests, I think they were doing CIU or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
they
okay.
did CIU. That's why. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
one of them did internship or something.
Yeah, internship. Just remember that. But yeah, that was that.
So should we start with our own questions? Like we can ask each other questions. Like, Hamida, what was the trauma? I want to hear it. I'm kidding.
No, bruh.
I've already heard it. Let's talk about it when we bring those guests in so that we can have
No,
a
she
collective.
does. No.
No, let's not talk about
She
the
doesn't
trauma
want to
because
talk
that would.
about it at all.
I don't
Go ahead and
like
talk
that.
about it.
That event never happened. We
Yeah.
don't know that.
If you heard it, you
What
didn't.
Studio 2?
What studio do? Sorry, never failed a class before. Who?
Yeah.
In my life. Never failed in my life.
Wait, no shame in like failing classes though. Like
Yeah.
legit, this is just a joke between us. Like the one
Yeah,
who
we
knows
have
the story
failed so
understand.
many
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
We have
I
failed so many
genuinely
times.
want a segment on this podcast. You know how in the Wendy Williams show there's like hot topics?
You
I
watch
could
Yeah.
Wendy
definitely
Williams show?
I don't watch Wendy Williams. I just watch it on YouTube, like clips of it. So like I understand what's going on. And like there's
Oh.
You
specific
get your
and there's
news
this,
from the Wendy Williams show?
and then there's this specific segment called Hot Topics where Wendy Williams just talks about topics that are trending right now. And it's really funny to me because who has the time to watch any of this, you know? I just see it on the thumbnail and I'm just like, what is she gonna talk about now? And like I just check it for like a good 10 seconds and I'm just like, okay, this is
Is
just
she
like
not canceled?
She was,
no,
but she
everybody loves her.
No,
I feel
she
like
was.
No, she was
horrible
cancelled.
to a bunch of people on her show.
no, yeah, but like people still stand her for the
People stand everyone who's cancelled. There's always someone standing, someone who's cancelled.
Yeah.
People still stand Ellen.
Oh yeah.
oh,
that's
let's
true.
not talk about that. We
Let's
don't want
not
to get
go
came
there.
back.
yeah, we don't want to get
She
copyright
came
banned. We don't want to get striked. Okay, let's not talk about Ellen. Don't even say her full name. I don't think it's worth it. We know who we people know who we're talking about. So
Everyone knows who Ellen is.
yeah, but like maybe some people would be like, "Who's Ellen?" You know, like which Ellen? There's so many Ellens in the world. Like
There's only one
obviously-
talk show who's like is named Alan.
don't give them
I
too
know.
much specifics. Okay?
But yeah. Okay, Justin, tell us more about your project. What are you doing?
Now you
like-
can talk about your project, you hoarder.
I was hoping
Gotcha.
to talk about my project when my teammate is here. She'll be our first guest. That is.
Yes, but you
yes.
can have like a little introduction
A
about like
sneak
what it
peek, a
is.
tidbit.
So
Yeah, I'll give
when
you guys
she
a
comes,
tease. I'll give you a teaser.
we can go in depth. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in terms of our pitch, our project is about a CCTV application that helps edit reality and like either create or cause destruction. So that's gonna be our film. It's gonna be a fun film. You're gonna learn more about it later when my teammate comes in and joins us for a bit of a chat. And They'll be fun. Yes. Can't wait. Look forward to that.
Well, what are you like? What stage are you in right now? Are you shooting like us, like doing the mock shot, or are you
Oh
still
yeah,
working on
we're
concepts and?
definitely gonna be we're still working on the mock shoot because we've already shot our new mock video, but
Mm-hmm.
we still have to implement VFX. We'll probably be done with that in a few days um by the next class, and um I think in terms of our production place, we're doing really well. I feel like we already have our location set, we have our actors, we have our audio and all our collaborations. So I think that's going pretty well. In terms of the production for our project, like the video and the VFX, I feel like we could speed up a bit with that one, but we're doing pretty good so far. In terms of concept, we don't really have to do any um, like heavy conceptualization because we're not doing any like new like we're not doing something like yours, like you're creating um a, a dead dog that comes back to life and stick as like bones, like a skeleton, and another group is doing um heavy concepts because they're doing like a monster
Monster.
type film. Yeah, so with our film it's basically based on a lot of real life assets, so it's not much concepts. I think the only concepts that we're going to be doing is like the graphic design um territory where we do the icons, the um, you'll learn more about it later. We're going to be explaining it, but not much concepts from our project, which is good because I don't have to do it. I don't have to do much of it. I mean I'm already handling all of the concepts and all the designs, so um, I'm thankful that I don't have to do too much of it.
For Shabani and I, we're pretty much doing everything other than the audio itself, because we have someone for the audio and
Oh, I shouldn't
yeah.
respond actually. I don't know if we have her.
Oh no! So okay, never mind. We might have to do the audio ourselves.
Oh
We need to find
no!
someone for a backing track. Or we can like put her.
Did she not respond?
Actually, let me see. I've been avoiding my email.
You shouldn't do
Cause
that.
um,
If you're
cause I
in
know that
studio
they
too,
respond
don't do
very quick,
that.
and plus you have
Learn
their
from
contact.
me. Avoid her email.
Do as I say, not what I do.
Yeah, she didn't respond.
Oh no.
I think
But
she might. I'm gonna like. 'Cause she said like she'll tell us directly whether if she can do it or can't do it.
credit,
Speaking of like responsibility, I think it's really important in studio too that you be very honest with your teammate about what you can and what you cannot do. Don't
yeah,
don't be afraid to say you're not good at something, because like no one is here to shame you, you know?
yeah,
But it's really like super important you tell like what you can do or not.
yeah,
Trust me, you don't want to
yeah.
lie.
From my experience, it's very very good to tell it in the very first place. Cause me and Shibani had a bit of an argument in the first few weeks
Yeah,
when
you.
I did.
Okay, so like he lied about the most bizarre thing, which was his sleep schedule. He's like, I was like, okay, I'm very nocturnal. Can I know what your pattern is like, so I know when I could send you work or when I could like continue to maybe do something. He's like, yeah, I wake up pretty early at like 6 or something. So I was like, oh, okay. So I would stay up till 6, send him something, and be like, okay, teacher have to do this and this and this. I'm gonna go sleep now. Then I wake up at like 10 or 12, and he's like, oh yeah, I just got to work on this. Like he wasn't like awake at 6, and I was like, why? You said you wake up then. He's like, I wake up then, but I don't look at my phone. Why?
Can you blame me? I do my
Why mention
meditation.
it then?
I take a shower. I meditate. I eat. I
You
prepare food for
meditate?
my.
He
No, I'm kidding.
meditates.
I'm just trying to sound like a YouTuber. Um,
You
okay.
meditate?
No,
He
I
doesn't
don't.
meditate.
I'm just
Okay,
joking.
I was so shocked. Like, who does
I'm
that?
I'm just
so
joking.
If you do it, no offense, but like, it's so bizarre to me. Like, I never met anyone
I
who
don't
meditates.
meditate. I
really?
don't meditate.
Wait, actually, you haven't?
You
No.
haven't? There are people that I've met that are like, oh yeah, I meditate. I wake up in the morning and I just like lay in bed and I just reach my zen, and I'm just like,
That's not how
breathe
you
in,
do it.
breathe out. You
That's
know,
not how
like
it
no,
works.
that's their way of meditation. It's not like om that stuff. It's more like, you know, it's just a very practical, honest, humble way of meditating for them. It's not like I'm gonna place my yoga mat,
It's the
turn
white
on my
people way.
turn on my humidifier, turn on my white noise. Like, no, they're not gonna do it. They just sit in bed when they wake up, and they're just gonna be like, hey, let me just stretch for a bit and just like let me relax and close my eyes because I'm still kind of sleepy, but I'm like, you know, I'm awake. You know, and then they get up and they're like ready for the day. I don't know how they do it, but they do. And I met this person online. Like, I wonder how they're doing. I hope you're doing good. If you're listening, shout out.
No, because my father, maybe we're just falling into Indian stereotypes here, but my father has like been meditating like daily since like he was in high school, I think. Like he still
Does it
does it. He's like 50.
benefit him?
Yeah,
Do you see like the benefit
he's like the most mentally stable person in my
in the house?
family and house. Yes, he is the most. Even if he's not, he hides it very well. Like he definitely, like he's like yeah, he's definitely like very calm and good at dealing with like three partially over dramatic, overreactive people, which
Mm-hmm.
can't be easy. So like he's very
Right.
good with that. So yeah,
Yeah.
and even like uh when I was like younger, we got into like it was like two cars, but like he got into like a super bad car accident, and everyone thought, oh my god, he's gonna die, but then he lived, and he's like, it was because of the yoga, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not true, but like I mean, he lives, so like maybe.
Oh my god.
Let
Mr.
me just check real
Popular.
quick.
Mr.
Nobody
Is that
Popular.
responds to my questions either.
Justin's
Just,
nickname now?
I
He is the most
wish.
popular. He knows everyone somehow. It's so weird.
Yeah. You
Like
know,
how do
like
you? Hmm?
Oh my god. Okay, other question. There are questions. There are two questions so far.
okay.
So the first question is, actually, yeah, okay. The first question is mental health. Could
Yes.
you please talk about mental health and
He
how it
just
affects
did.
you? And we basically talked about this already, but we can talk about it more in depth.
Yeah.
Basically, the question was like, talk about your mental health and tell us how you managed through it and what are some tips and advice you would give.
I think everyone copes differently.
Yeah, I feel like
So
I
I
feel like
don't
us
have like
three.
a
Yeah.
specific advice that can guarantee work. Like this is just how I deal. Cause
Yeah.
right now for me, not gonna lie, my mental health is slightly better in terms of like uni life now that I am at home working.
Oh,
Cause
that's
when
right.
I am in campus, I tend to be more
Stressful.
stressful, like I said before,
Yeah.
you know, because of my travels, and it's not only mentally exhausting, like thinking about the money or like the time, it's physically draining too. Like I carry a very heavy laptop back then, so it was just, oh my god, physically it was super tiring because since we're in art school and we do a lot of projects, we spend like a good 9 to like 10 hours even, or 16 hours just staring at the laptop screen all day. Sometimes we don't even get that much break because we really need to do the work, especially when we pull all like all nighters and stuff. So you know, it's not really an advice, but
So like, what have
Yeah.
you? So what? No, like you said, like it's better now because like you don't have to think about it that much. But has there been like anything that you like actively try to better like better your mental health?
um, no attempts so far. It's just I just keep trying every
Yeah.
day to not break down because right now it's not a good situation, especially
Mhm.
at home with the
Mhm.
family, but you know, I just try to do my work since that I'm
Yeah.
getting the
Yeah.
opportunity to like just work without having to travel a lot. So yeah, just try to keep smiling.
Kind of keep
Yeah.
swimming.
Keep
I think
going.
all three of us cope differently, but I feel like one of the main relative coping mechanisms we have is to either. I feel like everybody has this, like everybody goes through this type of coping mechanism where they either distract themselves and avoid the situation, or they just flat out cry and just like feel it, and then like, you know what, I'm gonna stop now. You know, I feel like all three of us go through that type of emotion, and I'm sure other people do as well. But like, in general, I feel like we cope kind of differently. I feel like with
Yeah.
me, it's either some days I just like let it sit with me and just like let it ruin my whole day, regardless of whether I wanted to ruin it or not. And some days I'm just like, you know what, let me write in my journal and like let this out, because if I keep this in for too long, I feel like it'll affect me way too much. That's my coping mechanism, at least. I express it by writing it down in my journal. I think it's good to have some form of release. Um, and like I don't like the idea of releasing or like expressing the way I think and the way I feel to other people, because I feel like it could burden them. I think it's just better to keep it to yourself and like write it in your journal. Of course, it's different for other people. Other people go through different things, but with me, I just feel like it's better if I handle it on my own and have it be done independently. I'll ask for help when needed, but like so far, I'm doing okay. What about you,
That's really good
Shivani?
to hear that you're doing okay so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing okay in handling it. I'm not like in terms of depression, in
You're not
terms of
actually
mental
okay.
health. No, no, no. In terms of like,
You're
writing.
down there. You're down. You're all the way down.
I'm not gonna talk about it right now, but like, sure.
Yeah,
we
you
don't
had a
we don't want to
stressful day. I
talk.
don't
Yeah,
blame you.
yeah. We don't want to talk about anything depressing. So just know
Ah,
that people go through things. Be kind. Um,
Yeah.
think about others before yourself as well. Think about yourself for sure, but also think about other people around you, because they could be going through something. Um, talk to them if you can. Make sure to hit them up and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" You know, just do yourselves and them a favor of
yeah.
being there, and take care of yourselves, please.
Yeah. You're
Cause
definitely not alone on like the whole mental health thing.
yeah,
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
cause for me, like when I feel it, like I feel like I've been able to be more aware of it lately, and like I always feel like I just like want to do like I just don't want to do anything and sit in it. So like therapy, like I've been slightly better at like seeking out, like trying to talk to someone, because I'm always like before it happens, I'm just like in this weird state of just like it's like numb until I
Mm-hmm.
find someone and I talk to them, and then I remember, oh, it's okay, it's just like something that's gonna happen and it's gonna be there, but that's fine. It'll be better. So like that's where Martin Starr comes in actually, because okay, first of all, like Justin mentioned distractions, and I didn't realize this, but all my life I have had hyperfixations to distract me from my
Yes.
life, and that is basically what like I think even for Hamida, like what like fandom has been for us, and that's why we got so into so many fandoms, is
All of us too. I myself am like in so many fandoms, and
because
like,
we're just like
yeah,
constantly distracting ourselves from
Yeah,
life.
remember the
it's
whole
yeah.
phase like me with the shoes? I think that was like the time when
Distraction.
I was trying to distract myself. I had this whole obsession with like platform shoes. I just keep trying
Like
to buy it. Not
oh
we don't like I don't have the money. Even Shibani was like I'll pay for you. I'm like no, 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 no. And
yeah, because they were
I
cheap.
I
would
was
yeah. I would say though that our hyperfixations aren't just because we're trying to distract ourselves, but because these distractions actually help us genuinely feel better and
yeah.
help us cope.
It
It's not just because like, oh, because I don't want anyone to think that we have this certain fixation and like we're using it to just distract us completely. No,
No,
we
it helps.
genuinely, yeah, it helps us, and like we
If
genuinely like those fixations. Like that's why we're so fixated on it in the first place.
yeah, if I
yeah.
wasn't hyper fixated on so much dumb shit growing up, like Pokemon and then anime and then
I'd be
Homestuck and then
such a sad
fandoms,
person.
I would have never drawn obsessive fan art for hours on end and
Yeah.
been a better
No, but
artist.
I feel like if you weren't hyper fixated to this degree for all the hobbies and all the things that you like, I feel like you generally be a sad person. Like, it's such a sad thing to hear. Like, oh, I don't have any hyperfixations. Like, I don't,
Oh
I
no,
don't
I'm
like those
mentally
things.
healthy. I don't have anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm just like, okay, wow, good for you, I guess.
I
No,
think,
because
f-
yeah.
like for me, being exposed like with anime, cartoons, and TV shows and all that stuff really helps me to be who I am today. Even though I still feel lost, I would say I would be more lost if I didn't have them. Sounds really like cringy, but I swear to you, I when I found those, I was at the time when I moved out of like my country. I didn't have anyone, didn't know how to communicate in English, didn't have anything like at all. The only person I had was my mom, and she was there just working every day, you know. So for me, I had those for me to just like be distracted with,
Yeah.
and I think the reason why I'm studying art like here today, it's probably because of that.
Mm.
So about
But
Martin
yeah.
Starr. No, this is like
We have
legit.
a
I'm being
second
legit
question,
here.
by
Like
the way.
the
Yes.
so like the depression is one thing because that's like when you're like dead and numb. Then there's the anxiety, which is like when you're just like up and up and up for no reason. So like
Yes.
even though like we're just like being at home, there's just like random times where it manifests. And like I told you about this short, and it wasn't just me simping for Martin Starr. It is a legitimately good short called Anxiety's Wilma. And it's just this lady who's going through her day, and like her anxiety just keeps speaking up like you're worthless, you're garbage, look at this person, they're so much better than you're gonna age horribly, oh my god, you're doomed. The anxiety is played by Martin Starr, and you know, if my anxiety was played by Martin Starr, you know, I wouldn't just be anxious about the anxiety, I'd be anxious about more than that, you know what I mean? But basically, she goes through her day, and like at the end of it, like she sees him, like the physical manifestation, and she's like, oh my god, this is you. And he's like, oh, you've never actually looked at me. And she's like, well, I'm looking at you now. And he's like, okay. And she's like, okay, so I'm looking at you, I see you, but can you just let me go on with my day? And he's like, yeah, sure. So it's like it's always gonna be there, like in the back seat, but like you can just move forward with it. You don't have to push it down.
Yeah.
You can just like move forward with it and not have it take over. And it's
Yeah.
like really nice. It's a really nice shot, and you should watch it. And also, he's hot in it. He looks good in it. I don't have his beard. His hair looks good.
If you
Watch
don't
his.
know the whole Martin Starr story, Shibani and I, like over the holidays, we had 2 weeks holiday, and right before our trimester started, we binged on Silicon Valley because Shibani came up to me one day about like a certain character. They didn't specify on like who it was, but
Yeah,
I
we
had a
didn't
feeling.
specify.
I
I
had a
think
feeling
legitly.
I know who it is. Because the way that they announced it, like they were wearing this like cat eye, and it's like I think I immediately know in my head
I
who
didn't
they're
even say.
talking about.
I didn't even say cat
No,
eye. I was like, there's this one
yeah,
character and people really like them, but there's this one scene where they look really hot, and you're like, can you see
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Guildfall? And
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
and I'm like,
Actually, yeah.
oh,
Yes, you
if
didn't mention it was
didn't.
him wearing
And
the cat eye.
I need to mention also that I binge watch Silicon Valley. It is like without simping for Martin Starr and Guildfall, it is like a ridiculously good show. It is genuinely probably the best like ensemble comedy I have seen ever. It's definitely my favorite. I binge watched it in like 2 weeks or something, and then Hamida was like, "Oh, I think I might watch it." I was like, "We're watching it." Like, I immediately managed to rewatch it. It is that good. And Justin needs to watch it because you will like it, and we are binge watching it again with you there. You can't see this, but we both have our video cams on, and I'm pointing at him very, very angry constantly. But it is such a good show. Like I can't get over how well written it is because okay, this is just gonna be first like explaining why I love Silicon Valley so much. But like if you're like me and you've read a ton of manga, the thing I always love about manga is when they get super hyper specific about the topic they're covering, like competitive ballroom dancing, biking, there's actually a manga about like tech startups and like hacking and stuff, and like manga authors and artists like put so much research into their work. Like I always see it, like they have like the afterward is always like, oh yes, I went here and here and here and did all this research and I like talked to people who did the thing and I tried the thing myself and like this is how the thing. It's like always so well researched, but then also the story is there and the story is also so good. And that is basically what Silicon Valley is. It's like the best manga of comedy shows, if that
This
makes
is the
sense.
first time. This is the first time I hear this from Shibani. I didn't know that the reason they like it so much is because of this. It's like really cute to know this kind of stuff.
Like but like okay, it's a good show. It's so
Yeah, of
good.
course, it is a good show, but I just didn't expect for you to be like this
This
passionate.
because it's so rare. You don't get a show like that ever. Like ever.
That's
I'm never.
true.
It's like hit. Like it's put my standards up so high. I know no other show will reach it. Like it's depressing thinking about
Yeah,
it. Like
they did actually
Oh my
contact
god.
with like professors and all that stuff, right, to
mm,
confirm their formulas, and
yeah.
that's really cool.
And the thing is
That's
like
that's the level of like dedication and research we need to do for our project.
no, but that's the thing. They did that, but they also made sure that the characters in the world were engaging as well. Because there's another show I started after called Mythic Quest, and it's about like game development. It's like a game development studio, but they do like an MMORPG, and it's like automatically, like immediately, like it just doesn't hit as well because this environment is so interesting, and I want to know more about it, but for starters, they're not teaching me a lot about it. They're sort of just like putting the stuff that they think people will be interested in. And they also like the characters, for the most part, suck.
Mm-hmm.
They're just bad, boring. But yeah, so like Silicon Valley just such a good show in like every way, and every time I remember it's done, I'm like so sad.
There is I think 12 more weeks of this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So if you're listening, you should know. Because of simping for Guilfoyle and hence Martin Starr, because then we took a closer look at it and we're like, wow, Martin Starr is actually really attractive. Wait, before that, I want to mention every time I've mentioned I find Guilfoyle from Silicon Valley attractive, people look it up and they see season one Guilfoyle.
Oh
Season one
no, not the
Guilfoyle.
incel drip.
Amida calls what he wears in that season incel drip, and it's true. They did him so dirty in that season. They gave him the
Yeah,
worst hairstyling. They like his beard is like barely like grown and it's like stubble. It looks so bad. His outfit is so bad.
it
The
was the
character,
outfit for me and the hair.
yeah. But
I
then
think
after,
it looks
mhm.
better once he like untuck his hair, because I think the
Yeah,
reason
they
why
like put it like back here. It's
like
like it
yeah,
looks
back
so
like slick
bad.
back. Martin Starr,
Yeah.
if you're hearing this, you're so attractive.
You're so attractive, and people just keep making you like look bad for no reason. And like he has the range. He has the range to look so good.
I'm just
Yeah.
looking through it right now, and like I feel like the one I like the most is maybe. Wait.
Just you can share the link here. We can look at it.
Okay. I
But
feel
We
like
can look it up.
the season two,
season
he
one,
gets such a
season
glow up.
one was season one was oh, season
Mm.
two was okay. Season three and season four is where he starts to look so much more better. Like
Yes.
Because his beard starts to come out, and I think he started
Yes.
getting more ripped around then as well.
The scene that hit me and Shibani was the cat
Cat
eye
ass.
scene.
Wait,
Oh
before
god.
you go into that, it's like I think leading up to that point, like in season two onwards, I'm like, oh, I like this character, but it's something about this cat I see that just unlocks something in everyone, because everyone
Yes.
who looks him up is like, okay, I see him in this, and it's like, okay, he looks kind of gross, but I'm like, look at the cat eye scene, and then they look at it and they're like, I see it now.
I see it now. Yeah.
I see it
Oh,
now.
Justin, did
too.
you Google it?
Are you looking at the cat eye scene? Is he sweaty? Does he have the cat eyes in?
I'm
Something is sparkling, right? With the
what is going on with me?
Dude,
This is what
that's the thing. That's the thing that I felt. So when I was like, how I found it is out, I was like watching funny moments from Silicon Valley. I never watched the show. I didn't intend on watching the show. I was just curious on what it is. So I watched like the funny moments it had. And once I got deep into it, there's this one scene called like the cat eye Gilfoy thingy. So I checked it out. And oh my lord, I just started falling for this character. I felt so weirded out because there was no comments or anything like from people like, God, he's so hot, he's so attractive, or something like that. No, I thought I was just alone. And then one day in the holiday, Shivani came up to me and I just had this feeling.
The sense, the
The
taste
sense.
sense.
They were talking about this character from Silicon Valley, and I immediately know who they were
Because
talking about.
the thing is, but like some people, like it only like lives within that scene. For me, it carried on through. Cause like in that same episode, you hear him laugh, and he has the weirdest laugh in the world, and it's so. I think it's like really cute. Cause he laughs like just like monotone and like the single note, but very slowly over and over.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I love it, and I shared it with my friend, and she's like, I don't like that. And I'm like, why? And she's like, it's very creepy. And I'm like, but you thought the cat eye was hot. I'm like, yeah, but it's just that. And I'm like, damn it. Because he's hot throughout. He gets so hot in the last season. Me that.
Oh, Justin is showing me a picture of Gilfoy and his cat eye. But right next to it, there's like a bunch of cats.
It's a
I've
collage
seen
of
this.
cats.
I've posted this on Instagram. I think is this from like their official website? Because if it is, it
I
is.
think so.
Yeah.
That's an edit someone did on like Tumblr.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote this episode, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
For context, in the episode, this happens in the season. Oh, that's mine!
Oh my God, it's yours!
God.
Shivani! Okay, Justin is Googling Gilfoy cat eyes, and Shivani's
No.
drawing yeah.
Let's search
It's
Gilfoy
one of
fan
the
art
results.
and let's see if it shows up as well.
I think the more recent one I did might know one because these are like the biggest ones because they used to like post the Silicon Valley fan art on the Instagram and like on Tumblr there are like specific ones that were like really big I think because I've like tracked the tag back because we pinched it super late but what was I gonna say? He looks so good there. What was I gonna say? Oh, but what was I gonna say? But fandom or
Oh, it's right
Oh,
here.
oh, that's
it
what
is.
there. No, that one, the red one, like 2 over. Yeah, that one's also mine.
Oh, that's also another
Yeah.
favorite character we like is
Jared.
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 So
That's basically Hamida.
yeah, he's basically me. Like oh my, like okay, we need to just stop killing people on this podcast, but like basically just go watch Silicon
it.
Valley.
Yeah.
It is not the type of show where I need to get through the first episode then it gets good. It is good from the beginning. It is so good.
Yeah. And
Right from the start.
if you've seen me in real life, you can definitely see Jared like being
Right.
like me.
You can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to stop talking about characters from the show that no one who's listening to this has watched.
Yeah, no one will understand this
No one will understand this. Oh my god, that sucks.
until
love
you
this
watch
show
the
so
cat
much.
eye.
I love this show
Oh,
so
it's
much.
been 1 hour and yeah, it's been 1 hour 27 minutes.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Okay,
That was
so
a lot.
we can
There's still 2 more questions.
Oh,
One
you got
is
more
from
questions.
one
Yes,
is
more
from the
questions.
other person who sent the question earlier, and another one is from Fahid. He's sending one right now. So Fahid's question is okay for proper context. If you guys wanna introduce who Fahid is, you guys.
We already did. He's our senior. I think the only experience like I have with Fahad was just in the showcase during my Studio One, and he's really good at like sculpting. We really hope he can help us with our project.
Because I've seen his reel and he does like a lot of like 4-legged like monstery stuff.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
also
he does.
my experience with him is when I dodged his hug and I felt really bad about it. And then one time in my DMs he called me a furry, so that was nice.
That
Okay.
story is so funny.
Okay, so
Because it's like
his
3
question.
messages.
Should I start with the question though? Okay. So, here's the question. If you could pick the ghost of a famous person to haunt you forever, which ghost would you pick? The person doesn't have to be dead in current time.
Martin Starr.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that answers that. That answers that.
Yeah, Martin Starr.
But I think, yeah, if it's a famous person, I feel like
Haunt
that's a
you in a way
character.
that like scares you and terrify you, or more like is just there around you.
I just really like his voice. I just want to hear him around me. Like, he doesn't have to be doing anything. He could just be around, just like be like, I go somewhere and like if I like go to like a restaurant and then randomly his ghost is like sitting like 2 tables away and ordering, and I'm like, I see him and I'm like, oh, nice.
I
Don't even
think
have to
I'd
interact
go
with him.
for Audrey or like
Marilyn.
no, Audrey or my god, I can't believe I forgot his name. He's my king.
Oh,
The
Rock.
main singer from Queen.
Oh, Freddie Mercury.
Freddie, yes. Cuz I just feel like people of that time have so much story to tell.
Yeah, he would.
So I think it would be really interesting. I can't believe I forgot his name.
Fake fan, fake fan. Second one, I forgot Martin Starr's name.
I don't know. I'm thinking of like who I would want to haunt me. I have so
Martin
many
Starr.
people in mind. Shh.
You watch a lot
You
of
guys,
cartoons, maybe like a voice
I
actor.
know exactly. I was thinking that right now. You guys
Ben
know
Schwartz.
Mae Whitman, right? No, you know Mae Whitman, right? The one who voiced Katara.
Mae Whitman. Wait, she's Mae Whitman?
Yeah.
Wait,
Her name's
she's
Mae
the same.
Whitman.
Oh,
She's so cool. She's been in Scott Pilgrim. She's been in what?
Justin, she's been in The Duff, right?
Yeah.
Justin, she's been in a movie with Martin Starr as the lead called The Operator with 2 very awkward scenes.
Oh,
She
we
is
gotta
the
cut
female
this
lead
out.
in that.
Martin Starr was in it.
He was the lead. He was the romantic lead in it.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
two
god.
worlds.
I think I know
Two
what
worlds
you're
just
talking
clash.
about. Oh my god. But yeah, I love Mae Whitman. I think she's such a cool person. She's been in so many of my favorite movies, like Perks of Being a Wallflower, Scott Pilgrim. She's been in so like even Tinkerbell, like, and she's Katara, and like she's in so many. She voices so many wonderful characters, and I really love those characters for some reason. Like in Disney Channel's American, like Jake Long, the American Dragon, she was Rose. And I'm just like, oh my god, I love. Yeah, she's such like a seasoned voice actress. Like she has such variety, and I love her work. And I feel like she would be one of the options. I feel like another person would be Mitski, the the icon, the artist, the musician, the singer. I just love her work so much. I listen to her work. I've listened to all her albums, and like I've searched her up. I've watched her short films. Like that's something that she starred in. Like something I found. Like I genuinely love these artists so much. But if I were to pick, I feel like maybe Mae Whitman because, well,
Oh my god,
can
then
it
your
can
ghost
it
and
be
my ghost
both?
can go talk about the one time they were in a
Yeah,
movie together.
can I pick both of them? Because like Mitski is, I love Mitski so much. I miss her already. I want her to come back into the music world. Like she took a hiatus and like come back, please, come back soon. We need you. The world is dying without you.
But okay, I told Justin, you know the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon thing, right?
Who?
There's some actor called Kevin Bacon, and there's basically this theory that like basically every person in Hollywood is like within 6 degree, like six like ways, like people, movies or something. You can connect them to him because he's been in just a bunch of stuff. So basically, I wanted to play that.
With Martin Starr.
Yes, because I have like mentally so much of his IMDb done in my head.
Oh, him. Yeah, I know him.
Martin Starr?
No, Kevin Bacon.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, he's been a ton
yeah.
stuff. Okay, so yeah, you give me someone, and I tried to connect them to Martin Starr.
I mean, you already found someone. I gave you Mae Whitman, and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh my god, they work together. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
what? Really? Oh my gosh.
Give me someone
Is that the movie where they use her voice as like
Yes.
the operator? Yeah, okay, I know the trailer. I did not know it was Martin Starr. It didn't click. What the
Because
heck?
when you see him without his like, that's the thing. He like in like the smallest ways he changes so much because he doesn't wear the
Yeah.
glasses in that
Yeah,
one.
I did.
Even
Yeah, I genuinely didn't notice it was him. That's so
same.
weird.
Even when like in the Far From Home like Spider-Man movie, like Homecoming, I didn't know it was Martin Starr. Like, hello, sir.
His voice is different in that one. Like he just fully changed it.
I know, and no, it's not just the voice; it's the
He's just
appearance too.
acting like he did everything.
For some reason, I didn't recognize it was Martin Starr. Because usually, if I like see a celebrity like in a certain show, I would recognize it if they were from some other show or like movies that I've watched. But for Martin Starr, I didn't recognize him because he's just that good.
He has the range. You know the meme like she doesn't have the range. He's
The
like,
one that you showed me,
did I show you one?
was it the drag queen?
Okay, but yeah, I just wanted
Yeah.
to like quickly show you my obsession with Mae Whitman. Oh, look
Mhm.
at her work, like from 1994 to like 2020, and that's just her film. If you check her television credits, it's so much, and she did so many voice
Wow.
work. Like that's so insane. Look at all of that. Look at all
Yeah.
of that. That's crazy, and she's been in video
Video
games
games
too.
too. Damn.
She's
Yeah,
a
I
big
love.
voice
Oh my
actress.
god, she's such a great voice actress. She's one of my favorite voice actors ever. When I found out she was working in the Owl House, this one of the new cartoon shows.
Oh.
Yeah.
You guys need to watch it.
She's
Yeah,
Amity. Okay, I
she's
know that.
Amity. I recommended it to Hamida, and like I love Amity so much. The way I
Justin, would you
manifest
want to
her.
be a voice actor?
Oh my god, I would love to. I feel like it'd be such a great career. I would
Mm-hmm.
want to so bad, but I don't know if I have the the voice chops for it. I don't know if I can do it.
It's hard
But I
job.
would definitely love to be one. Like it's one of like if I were to be contacted by someone like, could you voice this character for me? Like a big role or something, I would take it on the spot. Like what a wonderful opportunity.
I would hesitate a bit, mainly because even though if like you have a unique voice, sometimes your voice itself doesn't work because you need to create like this character within you, right? You have to build the personality and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. So it's like it's kind of scary.
You get better with time. I feel like when
Of
like if
course.
you notice all the characters in the beginning, like especially in whatever show, if it's like a cartoon show, all the characters and all the voice actors, it's either if it's their first time or they're like like pretty used to all of this already. I feel like every first season it's always gonna be this they're not gonna show much range because they're like starting to like they're still in the character, like they're still trying to discover who the character is. So I feel like as like the show grows and progresses further on, like people start to like talk more about people start to you took me out of my trance, dude. I was talking about something. Um, but basically, people start to like know the character more better, and they're able to have a better hold of how they should express with the character. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right. Yeah. Get what you mean.
I'm gonna post this on our story that we're recording the podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I look so bad. No, don't do this to me right
Dude, you
now.
can't even
You're,
see it if it's like on camera. Like,
Oh no,
you're,
you can see
you
it. Look at it. I zoom in on him.
no,
okay,
no, no,
but you
no, no.
don't look bad
You,
though.
no, you're gonna ruin my popular reputation. Don't do this right now. You
I'm gonna
need
put a
me.
sticker on
Don't.
your face.
Okay, fine.
Oh, but like if you had like, what would your ideal voice sound like? Like if you
My
could like pick your
ideal voice.
voice, what would your
Oh
voice
my
sound?
god. I'm so in love with different type of voices.
Me too. It's so hard to pick.
I
But if I
know.
were to pick, I feel like I love um male feminine voices. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Where like guys have this not like over like hey, but like they have this gentle like um
Calming.
calming
Like,
voice.
yeah.
Oh my god, I'm just like, it's so nice to hear. I also love deep voices, but like, I don't know. To me, I feel like with like high voices, I feel like a lot of people have more range. They can go either higher or lower. That's why I really love like people who have like naturally um I don't want to say high voices, but more like not feminine, but more, I don't want to say neutral, but you guys get what I mean. I don't know where I'm trying to get at, but like that's what I'm trying to say.
I think I love, well, I don't really know if it's like a voice that I want. It's definitely not, no. It's not a voice that I want, but it's just something that I'm really like in love with. Male from like the 50 movies, their
Mm,
accent, uh, it just get
understandable.
me. I
I
don't
feel
know,
like
even the girls, like the girls especially, is it's like a dream.
That like transatlantic accent.
yeah, I would
Yes.
say. Do you guys know the show Has Been Hotel?
Yeah.
I know it. I haven't watched it. Oh, my
I
friend
know
will show me
Shibani
because I
knows,
know that they
but
suggested it.
there's this one character in it that has like a 50s kind of voice, and I think you'd like that character. Maybe,
Oh.
who knows? I don't know if Shibani likes the show actually,
I
because
don't
I
watch
know
it.
yeah, because I know Has Been Hotel has a lot of has a reputation kind of ish.
Yeah. It mostly has like the reputation, and I just like watching because like it has like I like the designs are okay, but like just like overall, it's not something I'm super into. I'm
Yeah.
looking
Right.
more forward to like Long Gone Gulch. If you've seen that,
Which one? Which one?
Long Gone Gulch. It's by Zach something and Tara Billinger, I think, and it's basically about like this old western town, and it's like rockabilly aesthetic, which I really like, and like it's just like the designs look so fun for it. It's just like really sharp, small shapes that's like very like it's like old school Cartoon Network plus like more modern,
Mm-hmm.
newer stuff. But yeah, about the voices thing, I love Alaska from Drag Race's voice so much. I wish I sounded like that, just tired, like I'm on drugs all the time, but nasally and deep at the same time. Just like, hi. And
Hi.
like the way she speaks is so specific. It's like in her
Yeah.
throat, like I don't really like I don't really see the other. Like I can't do it, but it's so like I love it so much. It's so
Yeah.
good. I wish I sounded like that.
Mm. I feel like in terms of like voice acting, I love when voice actors um enunciate specific tones in the words, like water, or like you know what I mean. Like there's such a specific flow in the way they speak the words that I'm just like, oh, I'm melting. Such good pronunciation. Or like what else? I'm trying to think, because uh some voice actors have such a good hold in the way they use their tongue, and like the way they pronounce certain words, that it's just like so pleasing to me to hear. Um, I feel like one example would be Bee from Bee and Puppy Cat. I don't know if you guys have watched the show,
Yeah.
but I love the show. The way Bee speaks, like there's some words that are just like, oh my god, I love it. You're so cute. The way you say things are so cute. It's such a cute. I don't know. The voice actor did a great job with that character.
I know you love that show a lot. You had
Mm,
like a whole conversation with me regarding that.
I know.
But yeah, should we end it here for today? Cause it's been 2 hours now,
Do we
near
have
to two
any?
hours.
Do you have anything we need to mention before we go?
Let me check
I
if there's
think
any other questions, just in case.
um
Um,
we covered pretty much everything that we're doing right now. Who we are. Yeah, I think we're good. We
yeah,
just
we're
need to
good.
end this properly. Like we'll say our
Do
thank you.
Okay, so for the end, wait, for before we end, I just want to have one try at a proper 6 degrees of Martin Starr. Give me someone,
Yes.
Justin.
Angelica Jolie. Angelica? And Angelina.
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
Oh my god, it's so easy. She's in the New Eternals. Kumail Nanjiani's in the New Eternals. Kumail Nanjiani, Dinesh Gulfile.
Nice. You
Another one.
manage.
Another one. Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah, that's a
My
good one.
Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana. What's her name? Osmond, Lily Osmond.
Mm-hmm.
Emily.
Uh,
Emily.
sh- Emily Osmond. Yeah. She was
Yeah.
in a short called The Sea Sailor or something something, and Martin Starr was in that as like a
Bruh.
book binder. It's like a bit piece.
Bruh. They know
Oh
everything.
my god.
I haven't even watched that one. I have like the tab open. I still haven't watched it. What's it called? It's called Seasick Sailor. Yeah, that's what it's called. 2013, and it does have Emily Osmond. Yep, and Martin Starr.
Okay. Karen Gillan.
Who?
Karen Gillan, I think.
Who is she?
She's
She
the
was
girl
in the blue girl
you know in Marvel.
yeah,
She's Nebula. If
You
you
the
don't know
Nebula,
can't,
Neb,
yeah.
dude. You
what?
can't give me Marvel because Marvel Spider-Man, Mr. Harrington, Martin
Oh my god,
Starr.
yeah. Oh
You
my god,
cannot
so
give
dumb.
anything Marvel. He's in Marvel.
It's over for us. They
Okay.
know everything.
Another one. Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe, Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, Martin Starr.
No. Willem Dafoe isn't in MCU right now. He's not in MCU.
But he was in a Spider-Man.
Yeah, but Martin Starr
Spider-Man
wasn't
is
in that movie.
Spider-Man.
Oh, so it doesn't work like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I know a good one. Will Smith.
He did. Will Smith?
Uh-huh. See? See?
Wait, the thing is, I don't know any of Will Smith's movies.
See?
Wait, no, I can do this. Because I have watched maybe one or two of his movies. He was in. The only thing I feel like I remember him in is Men in Black. Oh, Will Smith, Men in Black reboot, Chris Hemsworth, Marvel, Martin Starr.
That was such like a long jump. But I guess
It
he
made
won.
sense. It made sense because
Okay. Another one. Jennifer Lawrence.
she was in the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Oh.
Katniss Everdeen.
Oh yeah. She was in that one space movie with Chris Pratt. When Chris Pratt, Marvel, Martin Starr. If I can link it to Marvel, then it's done.
Okay, Kaya Scodelario, the one in Maze Runner, the girl.
What's her name?
Tess. Kaya Scodelario, the one in Skins.
Who?
The girl from Skins.
There's a lot of girls in Skins.
Kaya Scodelario.
Oh, okay. Wait, now she's showing up. Oh, she was Effie in Skins.
Effie, yeah.
I didn't know she was in anything else after Skins. I never finished Skins besides that. Okay, so she's on the show called Spinning Out. On the show, January Jones is there. January Jones is in Mad Men. The guy who plays I forgot his name. He has a mustache. I'm just gonna look him up. He's like my favorite character, but I saw what they do to him and I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
He didn't die, did he?
They make him go crazy for no reason and then they commit him to a mental hospital. Okay, the actor who plays this character I'm talking about is Ben Feldman, who plays the lawyer in Silicon Valley. Martin Starr. Okay, that one took some time because I don't know half those actors, but yeah.
Okay, another one.
No, we gotta end this. We gotta.
Okay, we can.
I want to see them lose.
No, at least
I want to see
at
them
least
lose.
like stop the recording now so
Okay.
that we can talk about it further. Cause like I cannot edit this long. Like the sending.
Okay.
Like you
Okay,
need to send it to
ready?
Siobhan.
1, 2, 3. Stop recording.
Stop. We forgot to say thank you.
We had like